So after temperature, we have to discuss another important element, that is atmospheric pressure. The pressure exerted by atmosphere on the Earth's surface due to its weight is called atmospheric pressure. Now, pressure difference causes movement of air. Now, the movement of air could be vertical or it could be horizontal. Vertical movement of air is called air current and horizontal movement of air is called wind. And wind always blows from a region of high pressure to a region of low pressure. That means if there is no pressure difference, there will be no movement of air. Also, pressure has an inverse relationship with temperature. That means higher the temperature, lower the pressure. Moving on to the factors which mainly affect the atmospheric pressure of a place. The first factor is altitude. Altitude means height above sea level. So, there is again an inverse relationship between atmospheric pressure and altitude. So, pressure decreases with increase in altitude. Now, why does this happen? This is because we know that the lowest layer of air is the densest, and as we go up, the amount of air goes on decreasing. So the maximum pressure exerted by air is very close to the Earth's surface because more number of gases are exerting force on the Earth's surface. And as you go up, the amount of air goes on decreasing and less number of gases exert pressure on the lower layers of atmosphere. So as you keep going up, the atmospheric pressure goes on decreasing. The device which is used to measure atmospheric pressure is barometer. Just like the device that is used for measuring temperature is thermometer. So barometer measures the air pressure. Moving on to the explanation. Now I'm going to draw a diagram to show you how air pressure decreases with height or with altitude. Now consider this as the Earth's surface, okay, and these circles as the molecules of air, different gases which are present. Now just notice that very close to the Earth's surface, more number of molecules are present, and as we keep going up, not only are the molecules of air less, but also they are far apart. So in the upper layers, the amount of air is less and it goes on decreasing. Now these molecules of air, because of their weight, they are exerting pressure. They are exerting force on the surface of the Earth. Now there is more air exerting pressure on the Earth's surface in the lower layers of atmosphere, as you can see here, and these arrows actually show the pressure on the Earth's surface. So as you keep going up, what is happening? The air pressure is decreasing. The force exerted by the air above is decreasing. Hence, as we go up, the atmospheric pressure decreases. So as you're going up, the atmospheric pressure is decreasing. Explaining how temperature affects the atmospheric pressure. Consider a case when the atmospheric temperature is very high. So what happens because of the high temperature? The air expands. Now you see these red circles here. These are the molecules of air. So the air expands, and as it expands, it becomes light and it rises. So heated air expands and rises, leaving less number of air molecules on the surface which exert a low pressure. Hence, higher the temperature, lower the pressure. Consider another situation where the temperature of the air is low. Now in this case you will notice that the air molecules are very close, and also most of the air molecules, they have descended to the lower layers. Or these arrows here, these red arrows show the movement of air. Here the air is moving downwards, and there are more number of air molecules collected in a region. Hence these air molecules will exert more pressure, they will exert more force, and this will lead to a high pressure. So lower the temperature, higher the pressure, higher the temperature, lower the pressure. So this is a relationship between temperature and atmospheric pressure. And it is because of this relationship in equatorial regions, because of a very high temperature due to vertical rays of the sun, the pressure is very low. So once again, if we look at the lower part of the board, it explains how temperature and air pressure are related. So higher the temperature, lower the pressure, because the air, the hot air, expands and rises, leaving behind very little air to exert pressure, which can be seen by the black arrows. So there are less number of black arrows in the first case where the temperature is high, and in the second case where the temperature is low, there are more number of gases, hence more black colored arrows, which symbolize the atmospheric pressure. So lower the temperature, higher the air pressure, because the air, the cold air is heavy and it contracts and it shrinks to the ground. Hence more air is collected on the surface, leading to a high pressure.